Hello, everybody. Welcome to I almost said Indigo Aries full moon. Welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. I was going through my messages this morning, and I swear I was getting so tearful because so many of you DM'd me so many lovely messages over on Instagram. How, you're either just getting in touch with tarot or some spiritual messages, and you were going through, a lot of you say you were going through some dark phases where you turned to watch certain videos and you caught my channel, and then you kind of had a turnaround. You realized that, optimism is the key to opening that door to your future, where if we get lost in reverie, sadness, melancholy, and heavy thoughts, we'll dwell there. We'll live in that room for as long as we keep telling ourselves we deserve to be sad, that sadness and all of that is romantic, or we deserve it. It's absolutely not true. When we know we deserve the best, which is joy, light, understanding, other people on our same wavelength that listen and care as I do, that you connected to that and you broke through some of these dark periods, that makes my whole world. I mean, that makes me so excited to hear that, because that's part of the reason in the beginning that I felt like it was so important to just go with free reign of positivity, and why I was channeling that. I couldn't understand. I was like, why is everything that's coming through, like I was listening to other readers and some of the stuff was, really dark and really scary, and some of it was projection, some of it was a little drama and all of that, but I was finding out that my guides and the stuff I channeled was primarily positive, and part of that is because I was plugged into that, and that's what I was intuiting and hearing, because we are what we reach for. We are what we think. We are what we see. So when we only envelop those kind of beautiful vibrations, we seek more of that, right? We're oscillating a little bit higher, and it's like, when you have an extra gear that kind of grabs onto that, you create and manifest luck, love, and abundance all around you. So it was like a few of you just sort of tapped into that socket of, oh my gosh, that's right. When I think things are possible, when I know I'm worthy, when I know I'm enough, when I know there's others there to listen, help, and care for me, and I'm not alone in the world. And then, I'm not strange, because I believe that there are every kind of spirit and exchange of energy that is helpful. Why wouldn't it be? When the universe and everything was created, who in the world would say, oh, we should have everybody be heavy and sad and all of this? It's the opposite of why creation came about. It's so we can all tap into each other's energy, lift, heal, and rise to this new sort of understanding that we're all a conduit for love and luck. And that's part of this beautiful full moon in Aries energy that's coming up. And that's what this read is going to be about, what we're tapping into and what it's going to provide for each and every one of us. So on October 13th, the full moon is going to enter Aries, and this is going to square with Pluto. So this is a lot of fire energy that is, impulsive, compulsive tendencies will get sparked up. So this is saying, just watch yourself, don't shop online if if you're very compulsive about buying things. Don't go into stores with a wad of cash or your credit cards. Do not text exes and think, oh, I can revive this. This is okay. Things that you might regret later. Just hold off for 48 hours on that, because it's a very compulsive, fiery time. Aries is like, get what you want and get it now. Super impulsive, super driven as well. So also maybe be prepared to watch out for any aggression, like maybe at work, if you've had it with a couple people's low vibrational activities, stay away from them, because the tenacious Aries moon says, go get them, go slay everybody, put everybody in their place. Aries is high leadership capacity. So you might want to now step in the forefront to make some changes as well, which is really good. Use the energy of this full moon to feel any bottled up emotions as well. Anything, whether they're feelings of jealousy, resentment, or just sadness, let it all out in healthy ways. Cry if you need to. Journaling is ace for this. It's absolutely bonkers how we get this beautiful sense of release when we journal and write it down. It brings it out into the 3D. Yes, I feel this, and now that I see it on paper, is this really true, or is this really as important as it played out to be in our heads? Because our head combined with our ego, combined with delusion, can create a whole nother picture, right? So this puts us under a calmer influence. So let yourself release and be free. It's a powerful time for self-awareness of passion and flowing with the new, right? All the puzzle pieces are going to start to come together, because when we let ourselves feel everything, we understand what we need in order to make a new foundation and have a higher understanding of ourselves. So it's an important part of the healing journey to feel, surrender, and let go, because this is a transformational opportunity which has arisen for all of us. So let's see what is going on. And just to mention, you guys, I have a few places left for full moon reads. I do them on the full moon, which is tomorrow on the 13th, and then I usually upload and get them all ready and send. I can send some out on the very evening and then some the next day when I upload them. So if you want to go to my links below and place a booking, I have a few left. I love the power and the energy of full moons to really get such clarity in certain life events, you know, like love, career, finance, the future, all of that. I just feel like it's a much more profound kind of energy that comes through on full and new moons, especially this Aries moon. This is just a power pack, so I'm very excited. So here's our 3 choices. We have your wish is granted. What you've asked for is coming true. Number 2 is business venture. Trust and follow through on a new business idea or career opportunity. This is a really good time for this, for sure. So number 3, be yourself. This situation calls for you to be your authentic self, which is the basis for your personal power. Amen to that, right? So I'm gonna let you make your choice, get your coffee, get comfortable, and we'll see what is going on. Again, you guys are just so utterly awesome in your comments. And as I said, you know, they have been accruing over the last few days just because I've been rather busy. But I do read them. I like to devote time to really be able to comment on people that are going through things and, you know, respond, because how you guys are feeling and what's going on with you is very important to me. So I absolutely, since I've begun this process, I've read every comment. I love it. It's part of the process. So we're going to begin with your wishes granted. So I already feel, if you chose this card, I feel like you've asked your guides and spirits to help you with something. Once we acknowledge what our wishes and what we're determined to receive from the universe, once that's down, the process has begun to bring that into the 3D, which I absolutely love. So write it down. That's why I love for people to create vision boards, because they're accessing what their true wishes are, what they want, and then they start to manifest it by moving in that direction and taking small steps. I'll give you a for instance. Just today, Ian was talking to his parents over in England, and we were kind of spitballing the idea of going to England, and then he was like, well, let's do this and that. And as we started to piece the dates and all the stuff and the viability of it, we realized, you know, seize the moment, do this, let's do this, because so many people will start the decision making process of doing something, going somewhere, or accomplishing something, but they'll put that down where, you know, I've just learned recently, just do it, seize the day, because if you don't, so many things will stay on the back burner and they'll never come to fruition. So once you know what your wish is and you start to take little steps, you're going to be able to achieve that. So coming with this full moon, you also have the divination card, which is saying embrace your powers of divination. They're especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. So what I love for this, I feel like a good thing to do on a full moon is write down what are some of the things you want to change, what are some of the things, you know, you want to release, and what do you want to accomplish. Write it down, start to divine with that. I love doing things through fire and silver and sound. So I play music that backs up how I'm feeling, and then I'll write down something to release. I will burn it in the fire after I write it down. Things I want to keep, I will put near me with a crystal on top of them. It's all of the things of divining tools, crystals, fire, any kind of herb work, any kind of, you know, thing that sets the intention and says, I'm serious about this, I really want this, and you start to move forward with that. You also have the inspiration card, so be prepared, because you're soon going to receive a visit from the Fairy of Inspiration. Come at dusk or dawn, they can call any time. So you're going to have this profound moment of, wow, I have inspired creativity now. There was something I was thinking of doing. There is nothing more fulfilling to me than creative ventures. Out of everything, like I saw this bicycle today that had these tarot cards that were all in the spokes of the wheel, and she had a big flowered basket and she had tarot all over it, and it was so wonderful. But it's like I get hits like that all the time, especially with all the crystals and, you know, stuff I have around to work with. I get inspired. So get your materials around you. Firstly, what are you inspired to do? Secondly, take motivated, inspired action to getting your materials. You're much more likely to start this venture if you have the materials. Writing down a template, a blueprint of what you want to do. If you want to start painting, get those paints. It's so inexpensive now to get a palette of paints and a notebook or a sketch pad. Do that. When you have those materials, you are going to jump in and do that. So I feel like this is a very inspired time for you, for sure. You're just ready. So you also have the transformation card, which is saying metamorphosis, synchronicities, and the unexpected. So for you right now, you are going to have some crazy synchronicities. Fours, I feel, are playing. And with this 41, I feel like 111, 444 are going to come into huge play for you as kind of just a wake up going, go do this. We're with you. We're helping you. We're guiding you. We're protecting you. A lot of strange, unexpected things are going to come up. Invites, you winning, you being on a weird winning streak of things. Something you thought about maybe months ago that you shelved and forgot about, all of a sudden it's like you planted these seeds. Now all of a sudden you have renewed interest and it takes off and you do amazingly well at this thing because it's inspired action time. Aries full moon is so about get those bull by the horns and just go do this. Aries are so tenacious. It's like forged in fire. Let's do this, accomplish goals, all of that, but with ease and comfort, knowing you have time, knowing that it's the journey that is the magic, not the outcome, not the fact that you've got that blue ribbon, not because you have that stamp or that certification, but the beautiful journey and letting it unfold. I just feel like this is an uber magical time for you, group one. So yeah, start writing, write, because I feel like that's going to be the key to you to be able to have more awareness of it, of exactly what it is you want. So beautiful energy, group one. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. My name's Melanie. Thank you so much for watching my videos. To all my regulars and newbies, you guys are amazing, and thank you guys over at Instagram for your daily posts and memes, and we all share and have conversations. Come see me over there at Sparkrist 11. We have so much fun. They are an enlightened, fun, magical group of people. And don't forget, I have a couple spots left for the full moon read tomorrow, so get a hold of me with all my links down below and I will set you up. So now we're on to number 2, the business venture. I feel like if you chose this, you probably have a business venture in mind. It could be videos, it could be writing, it could be painting, it could be music, it could be becoming a tattoo artist, a hairdresser, a manicurist. I feel like there's a lot of artistry here with people, a lot of people that build, sculpt, and do things with their hands. Trust, have follow through with this, because this is your time. This new full moon in Aries phase is one of those things where it's powered by divine guidance, by your fortitude to carry through. That's the biggest part. Think how many ideas people have, right? A gazillion, yes, but how many people take that first tentative step that open the door, right? They express it, talk it up, write it down, bring it to life, bring it into the 3D. I feel like you're very capable at this time. So magical realms, belief, confidence, co-create, and power. Absolutely. I feel like this is your time to co-create with your higher powers, with your spirits, to bring into the 3D whatever you want. You're going to have belief and confidence in your skill sets right now because you're starting to write things down. You're starting to see the bigger picture. You're starting to see other people have success stories all over. I mean, I'm a success story of someone who worked for the majority of my life for other people and just saved a little ounce of time for myself at the end of the evening to do my tarot and do the things that I truly loved. And one day I just woke up and my guides were there and my mother and my aunt were going, what the hell? Why are you getting up to earn? Why are you first exchanging very valuable time to do something that you no longer are learning anything in, for people that don't care or respect your time and are constantly infringing and then don't hold you in high value or esteem anyway? You need to leave. And just all of a sudden I had this clear message of that, and that's what's happening to you, and it's going to be very transformative. You're just going to bust right out and do what is necessary. You also have the illumination, expression, positivity, joy, and inspiration. You're going to have inspired thought. You're going to feel good. You're going to be around people that are cheering for you, that want you to succeed, that want you to do well, that have love and support all the time for you. And again, you're going to be able to express things very beautifully. Whatever you have in your storehouse of knowledge that you want to bring out right now, you're going to be able, the way that you bring this offering to the world is going to be so substantial, and the receptivity of it from people is going to be beyond what you could ever imagine, because, you were thinking small before. You just didn't, it's not that you didn't want to hope, but you thought, oh, wow, this is kind of far-fetched. I don't know. But the thing is, you have such a love for it. It's so purpose-driven that it can't help but to succeed. So absolutely do this, and do it as soon as possible. Again, start in a writing style of how you want to do this. Whether it doesn't matter, person, place, or thing, whatever you have your eyes set on, now is the ideal time for you. Move forward. You are supported. You are guided. You are loved in this. I love this. And you also have believe in the magic. Open your eyes and see the magic that's all around you in nature. This is saying, that there always are signs. There's always synchronicities. I have the best time out in nature. That's where I get my inspired ideas. That's where I get tons of ideas for making my jewelry. That's where I hear channeling a lot clearer. That's where the magic comes in for me. So if you can be by bodies of water or walk in sand or a forest or something, gather that beautiful earthy magic that's going to help inspire you even further and let you know you're so worthy of all your dreams. You're such a high valued person. You're so wonderful. You are so much more than enough. Everybody is unique and individual. We never have to be like anybody else. Go out there and capture your dreams because it's your magic time. It really is, group 2. So I love that energy for you. It's really palpable. I mean, I keep seeing, there's this like cash register noise that I have on my phone, and it's so funny, it makes me laugh. I keep hearing that over and over when I'm doing this reading. I feel like you're going to have really lucrative business practices in the next 6 months that you begin. It's your baby, you do it, and you get your just desserts for this beautiful passion that you have shelved, and now you're ready to have follow through with. So I love this. Please comment down below if you had a business idea and you're mulling it over, because I'm so interested to hear. So if I have any advice for you that'll be helpful, I'm more than happy to help you out in that area, because it's sometimes all of a sudden when you start to succeed, you're like, what and what, and you're like, wow, and then you'll branch out because you get more ideas, and guides and spirits help you, because the more you succeed, the more you're able to pull people into the positive notion that when you try and you're alive in the magic that is you and your creativity, that everything is possible for everyone. You know what I mean? So beautiful energy, group 2. Love and light to you. I'm so excited. If you're new to my channel, welcome. All my links are down below. If you want to get in on the full moon readings, go to my links below. I still have a few spots left, and it's really powerful time to do these. I get so many little details that are helpful, and I swear I can do these things for like 5 or 6 hours straight, and I never get tired. I'm so galvanized by full moon energy. I do rest up during the day, and then it's like at night, it's like kapow, I just go absolutely nuts. But really believe in the magic that's swirling around you and tap into it, because you have amazing things coming and you deserve it, group 2. So love and light again. Now we're on to number 3, be yourself. Now this is very important. I feel like if I chose this, your authentic, natural, original self is more than enough for anything, anytime, anywhere. Never ever think you have to change to fit in a group. Again, sometimes it's like, we go through phases when we're younger, when we're in school, we want to fit in, and, we take on certain personas, or we quiet that intuitive voice that wants us to speak up. We do certain things to go along and get along, but what we don't want to do anymore is become a yes person, and we don't want to be a people pleaser, because in the end, people pleasers are really not only not respected and revered, because nobody knows what their true interests or intentions are, right? It creates a suspicion. So if you were ever doing that, and I'm gonna say probably 75% of people have gone through a phase in their life where they've wanted to be inserted in a certain group, so they'll people please, they'll say yes, they'll do favors, they'll do this and that, but right now just stand up for everything that is you and what you want, because this is your time. I'm hearing this, supremely your time. You also have liberation. You're going to be liberated, power, fulfillment, and self-attainment. You're going to be liberated from from guilt, from fear. And that was, I feel like, the biggest stopgap for you was fear, thinking, oh, this is kind of a big wish, a big ask, or whatever. However, it's not, because spirit hears you. You're getting aligned with that energy. Your vibration and frequency is going way, way up. You're having a lot of intuitive power hits that make you feel really powerful. And part of this that I feel is going to help you is music. Listen carefully. There's going to be messages in music you're listening to, for sure. I was listening to something the other day, and all of a sudden I was just re-inspired. I was getting a little bit low. I was getting a little like burnt out or something. I had a lot of people like in crisis, and I was like, oh, and then I heard this song, and all of a sudden I was like calm and reflective, and it's going to be helpful for you, okay? And I also feel like you're going through a high flourish phase where, you learn from experiences. You're now going to shed your inner light on clear areas of your life. What do you want to let go of? I feel like you've been kind of trapped in corners by people, places, and things that made things feel obligatory towards you, which you're realizing now, I'm not obligated to do SHIT. Thank you very much. I have my own groove. I have my own lane, and I'm going to stay in it. And if you guys don't agree, you can dangle flunkies, because you have big dreams. My son's laughing because we saw Miller's Crossing yesterday, and I love that. Take your flunky and dangle. It was so funny. And this is part of it. Your new beginnings. The fairy godmother heralds joyous news of a new baby, the birth of a cherished idea. This is what I feel like is happening in a huge way. That you had an idea, and it was one of those things where you're like, okay, I'll have time for it. I'll have time for it. But you kind of let it just roll off into the woods and go off and get covered by leaves. And all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I need to unearth this idea and start to do a blueprint and see how viable this is, how workable it is. And I feel like it's one of your dream things that you want to manifest. Really focus on this right now. I feel like it's the ideal time. And you also have expressed your individuality, which is saying allow your true self to shine because you're awesome. This is part of your thing. I feel like you think that it's unattainable for some reason or lack interest, but no, you're offering and what you have to offer the world, whether it's a mention at work where you want to change some aspect or within the family dynamic or a personal creative endeavor. Now it's enriched and it really has momentum behind it. Start to write down. But we have to have faith in our own abilities to bring things into the 3D, right? We can wish a million things. We can devise a gazillion schemes in our head. But unless we take that first important component of a baby step of pulling it into reality from our head, writing it down on paper is a great, clear first step to do this. I love this. Hold on, I need a sip. I've been gabbing away all morning, so I'm like, ta-da! My voice. So I definitely feel like now too, you have at the Utopia, you're hitting some peace, serenity, and paradise in your mind. You're creating an oasis where you can be restful, peaceful, and you can have calm in your mind. You can have calm in your soul. You can have I feel like a lot of reciprocity is coming in for things that you gave out, you're now going to start to receive because you're no longer chasing. You're now settled in this beautiful, serene place where, you're not having any more maladaptive behaviors. You're not trying to, again, people please or do things for others that leave you wasted, tired, and unappreciated, where you're now like, you know what, I'm in my lane. I've got this. I have to focus on myself now. Nobody else is going to do it for me. And you create this kind of beautiful utopia where you're so peaceful now because you're secure in the boundaries you're setting up. You're secure in your mental health because you're no longer pulled in other people's dramas. It's not worth it. Who cares who said what about who and who's doing what right now? Who gives a flying F-ball? Not you, not them. Because in the end, these things blow over quickly, yet they can deplete us when we involve ourselves. But you're elevated from that and you're now in a very peaceful realm. And I'm loving that for you. It's important. We have to protect our inner energy. Right? I'm hearing to get some exercise right now. Isn't this card so beautiful? This is about as your body becomes stronger, you're going to be able to feel stronger in some ways. I feel like some yogic practices, just stretching. I feel like a lot of you might be a little stiff or you're just feeling like if I could just go for a walk. Fresh air can blow off so many cosmic cobwebs of like psychic ties and negativity and heaviness. I love walking in the wind. So if you can walk in the wind and just feel everything negative blowing off you, just feel like, you're an old dust ball and it's blowing all the dust off you, right? Fresh air is tantamount to kind of mental clarity, and also exercise the endorphins that come and help our mental, physical, and spiritual realm are priceless as well at this time. So this is really great energy, group 3. I mean, really palpable, powerful energy. This read was really inspired. I already did one this morning, but I felt compelled after I read all your comments and your beautiful DMs, how you guys, you look forward to my daily reads and it helps elevate you and your moods and all of that. So I'm really going to do, if I'm doing a love reading, I'm going to try really hard to do an inspired reading like this that propels you into your true understanding that every opportunity is open for you. Every love, every job, every risk that you take should be a handshake from spirit going, God bless you for doing this, for trying. There's so many people that don't. So let yourself know you're brave, you're beautiful, you're wonderful, you're amazing, because you are. So I'm loving this for you. So really harness this full moon energy, start writing things down, start manifesting the hell out of it by putting it on paper, and take that first step, whatever you wrote down, take a small step towards that. Envision it. That's another thing to pull stuff into the 3D, the envisionment process. See what it would be like to meet that person in your mind's eye. Use all your 5 senses to investigate what it would feel like. It really does create power and momentum behind it as well. So love and light, I'm totally stoked. I need to go upload.